Okay, so good morning. Allow yourselves land. Just taking a breath, taking a moment. And come into your body. See if you can find your breath. Breath it's just magic. And using your breath to settle, to come down, to come in. If using your breath, see, can you breathe from your head to your tail and tail back up to head. So on an inhale, maybe taking the breath down through your body, through the front of the body. On an exhale, allowing it to come back up through the spine. And just playing with that. Letting yourself settle. Celebrating being alive today. Celebrating all of the sounds that you can hear inside your body, inside your room. From me, from the crows outside here. The other little birds getting a little word in. And taking a moment to set an intention for yourself this morning. Breathing that intention into your body, a single word or sentence. Exhaling it out, inviting the universe to support you with this intention, knowing you're not in it on your own. And then in your own time, as gracefully as possible. So just even starting to wiggle and move here when you're in the seated position. Releasing and somehow bringing yourself to standing. And seeing in all of these transitions, because we're going to be transitioning out of this. It was hard to transition into the lockdown. We're going to be transitioning out of it as well. So notice how we make these transitions. How does it work for you? Have a little release of your body, a little wriggle, rock and roll. Seeing where this morning, is it that you are a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, or if you're watching this replay and it's nighttime, where have you got tight and stiff during the day? So have a little move. And see, can you find freedom? Where is it that you're most caught, and can you kind of release into that to get a little bit of freedom? And then after that, well, you might still be playing at that point, but maybe you're ready to find a little bit of rhythm in the freedom, in the movement. So that rhythm can be anything. But just that it's not so jarry. So you might not be symmetric, but can you be not so jarry? Can you find smoothness? So even though you're walking into a place that's maybe a little bit stiff or a little bit tight, can you find smoothness? And then in your own time, in your own way, and remembering always you do it at your pace. So you might still be playing with the release part before you move on. But you know where we're going and you can join us at any point. But at some point you're going to come to stillness. You're going to come to a Tadasana, to a nice mountain pose. Releasing the feet. Cross, spreading across your feet. Into your heels. Soft knees, long spine, and then coming to this, what I'm calling prop position, the sergeant major position. From the prop position, finding release with collapse. Doing that maybe once or twice so that you can kind of feel this range of movement, the playground, and then finding for you what is a nice neutral position. So you're upright without being stuck. You've still got flow. And then from this flow, taking a breath in, hands to heart. Exhaling, rolling in a little bit so that as you inhale, you can expand. Exhaling, coming in a little bit more, moving with your breath. Inhale, expanding. This time I'm going to onto my toes, opening up a little bit more, releasing shoulders. One more time, coming down and rolling back up. Smoothness in the movement, onto your toes, maybe opening arms. Look into the sky, maybe including your head and chest. Exhaling, coming on down. This time we're going to stay down for flat back. So as we come down from the feet, rolling through the back legs, through the back body, and coming to this beautiful flat back position. Transitioning from here, folding, hinging like an accordion down into your squat. Take a second at your squat. And then we're going to come to our lunge. So stepping back with the right. And so playing in this lunge into our hips. Talk about your second chakra, stability, safety, moving. So if you or someone near you has been sick or feeling vulnerable about work, any of these kind of things, we can hold that kind of fear in the lower hip area. So releasing, easing, playing. And again, you're looking for smoothness of movement eventually. And when you're ready, we're going to step back together, back from the back foot, through to the forward fold. In your forward fold, have a little wiggle, right leg, left leg, easing at the spine. When you're ready, through a squat, coming on up, maybe even onto your toes, and back to prayer. Taking a breath. Inhale, length. Exhale, a little curl, so that as you inhale, you release, you expand, the flower opening in the spring, like everything around us right now. Curling a little bit more the next time so you can open a little bit more. And next time we come down, let's stay down, so coming down and coming through to flat back. From flat back, we're coming to lunge on the other side. So sorry, through our squat, stepping with the left and lunging on this side. Warming up. Finding release. Easing forward and back. Playing. And finally, there might be somewhere that you want to stay or play a little bit longer. And if there is, stay there. Let your body lead you. Your body knows what it needs. And then whenever you're ready, leaning into the back foot, stepping together. So both feet meet together, forward fold. Through your bent knees. Good strong legs by the end of this lockdown. And back to prayer. Be guided by your breath. That may mean that you pause for an entire round. Whenever you're ready, inhale to length, exhale to curl. Inhale to expand. Exhale to release down a little bit more. Let's go up one more time. Coming down, coming into our flat back. From flat back, through your squat, we're going straight to plank this time. So check that your hands are on the ground, flat, like full palms. Stepping back with the right, and the left one will meet it. Let's see what it's like. What is it like for you this morning, Monday morning? Is plank available or not? Everybody onto your knees. Have a little release between the shoulders, have a little wiggle across the shoulder blades. And then laying your body down. Chest, chin. Long to cobra. Small cobra for your first one. Back, tucking your toes, bringing yourself back up through hair. Watching that lower back. From hair into dog. First dog of the day. Walk it out. Have a little play. Easing, releasing.
Finding your yummy space. And then whenever you're ready, stepping with the right foot wherever it lands. Left foot to meet it. Has that movement in fact changed over the weeks?
Reaching down to reach up and back to prayer. Our hands have escaped. They might be in with us yet. Whenever you're ready. Let's go again. Inhaling to length, exhaling to curl a little bit. So as you inhale, expanding, exhaling, releasing down. Inhaling, coming up one more time. Do you want to include your toes? Do you want to include the back arch? Do you want to let your head come? Exhaling, releasing down, coming to flat back. From your feet. Unfolding into flat back. Folding again when your breath changes into squat. From squat, leading with your left leg this time. Meeting with your right. And so we're into plank. From plank, laying your body down. Coming long, releasing up. Back down long, pushing through, coming to hare. From hare to dog. Still dog or playful dog. And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, stepping or jumping, leading with the left if you're going with one foot, meeting with the right, bending down to come on up and back to prayer. Let your breath settle. From here, we're going to go back, and this time we're going to go into what's called dolphin pose. So we're just going to step back and end up in dolphin pose, which is dog with your elbows bent. Because it takes a lot of pressure, or it releases pressure, hopefully in the shoulders. So dolphin and puppy dog are our two poses for this week. So when you're ready, taking a breath in, exhaling, rolling down, inhaling, coming on up. Exhaling, we're going to just stay down this time because when you come down, coming through flat back. From flat back, hands on the ground into your squat, stepping back. And this time, don't step back so far. So you're not stepping back the whole way into plank. We're just coming straight to dog. Notice your nervous system when you don't know what's coming next. Enjoy it. So just be in dog for a second. Release your head. Notice how it is between your shoulders. Maybe take the hands a tiny bit further apart and see, is that better or worse? And then change it back to whichever felt nicer. From here, dropping onto your knees, replacing where your hands are with your elbows. And just checking, can you touch each of your elbows? If you know, maybe interlocking your fingers. Personally, I like it in this sort of position because I feel stable. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to just come back up, tuck your toes again, butt into the air. And so we're into dolphin. Being in dolphin just for a moment. See how it is. Releasing. If you know you like dolphin, you can walk in a little bit. If it's very tight for your shoulders, you can take your elbows slightly out, but really stay engaged or you'll face plant. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to come back through dog. So 2 options. One is just to step, bend or replace your hands and come up to dog. Or the other is to come onto your knees to bring yourself up to dog. From dog, bend your knees, we're in tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to go to puppy. Let me just tuck myself in again here. So puppy is dog with bent knees. So your bum is staying up where it is in tabletop, but taking your arms out in front of you like we do with hair. So your arms are coming out in front of you, your knees are staying bent, and so you're into puppy. And if you don't know what puppy is and you're having a little heart attack watching the video trying to figure it out, really enjoy that sensation, enjoy not knowing. We're going to do this for the full week, so by tomorrow you'll know exactly where you're going, what you're doing. Again, check with the arm position. What gives you the most release? Check with tucking your tail. Have you tucked your tail? Engage your belly in this position. And from here, sitting back on your hunkers, bringing yourself back, easing it out. Releasing the shoulders. Having a little wiggle. Release head and neck. Roll onto your back. Excuse me. And just have a little twist. So once you're on your back, releasing to one side. And you can do this as you like. You can either go into a sort of windscreen wiper movement if you like windscreen wipers, or come to the twist. Either of them is fine. And then whenever you're ready, coming back to center, switching sides. So knees go to one side, head goes to the opposite. Unwinding, releasing. We're going to stick with those two new poses, Dolphin and Puppy, for the week. So back to center, from center, rolling yourself up so we can come to seated. So take a moment to get yourself settled, easing in. Do what you need to do. Cushions, blankets, lying flat on the ground, sitting up, using a chair. Making yourself important. And then whenever you're ready, you just come to your breath. So be it that you're still settling, be it that you're already there, regardless, whenever you're ready, it's your breath that brings you back. You're using your breath to transition. So we use our breath to transition us into the stillness. We use the breath when we use in movement. And now that we're leaving movement and coming back to stillness, back to the breath. And so just allowing your breath, feeling that breath. We were playing with the breath we used earlier, where you're breathing in, letting it come through the front of the body. As you exhale, bringing it up through the back of the body. Just being. See what it's like to fill your body. So as you inhale, can you fill your belly, fill your lungs, fill your belly. And then as you exhale, releasing through the back of the body. Lungs are at the back of your body as well as the front of your body, so is your abdomen. So inhaling, filling the lungs, filling the belly, coming the whole way down to the base, your root chakra. Exhaling through the back of the body. And so we're going to stay playing with the 4 agreements this week. We introduced them briefly last week. So this week, let's see if you can dive a little deeper. And so today we're going to play with the first one, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using words to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of love. So staying with your breath, using your breath to focus you, to bring you back. If you find yourself wandering too far, always know you have the breath to come back to. But this agreement about the power of the word. Anyone who's a parent or a teacher can know, or who has ever been a kid or a student, can know how powerful words can be. And maybe you can remember something that someone said to you when you were little that you still hold. For me, I was practicing from a communion, my first Holy Communion, and we were all queued up as a choir, and the nun went along, everybody listened to everybody sing, and then came back to me and asked me to mime because I was putting the other kids off. And that's a belief then that I held about myself for years. So each of us have our own little experience of that. What someone else says isn't nearly as powerful as what you say to yourself. I can't do that. I should do more. I screw that up. There I am again. Take us 2 short planks. They were my voices. I'm assuming you have similar. And so my invitation is that during the day, during the week, you start to notice and have a bit of sense of humor about the nonsense that we say to ourselves. And we introduce the word in yoga that is considered the source. It's considered the sound that contains all sounds. And so I invite you to just use it as a mantra for the rest of this meditation, and that's Om. All of us chanting Om together out loud is really powerful. However, each of us chanting it together internally, even the hens are chanting for us, is even more powerful. So I invite you to switch your attention from your breath to the mantra Om. If you want to say it out loud, that's beautiful. And saying it internally is really powerful. Take it at any pace you want, at any level you want. This is your mantra. Om. welcoming any guest that comes with curiosity, and then returning back to your mantra. Om. Letting go of the mantra and just being still for a moment. Connecting to or inviting in any intention that you wish to for the day. How you want to be. Any gift that you can offer or that can support you being your best self today. Or it might be around playing the game of watching what we say, watching your words, the power of your words. All intentions are welcome. And then have a little wriggle, have a little release. And when you're ready, we take our hands together. Om Shanti.